Hey guys, Will here. It's the 1st of March 2018 and I wanted to give you an update on some big changes that are going to be happening to the channel from now on. So if you've been watching the videos recently, you would have seen I put up a video about a month and a half ago now, sort of talking about some of the problems that I was having and some of the limitations that I was having on putting out new content. One of those being, trying to fund the MX5 build and stuff like that. So I've come up with a bunch of solutions which I think are going to work really, really well moving forward, and I wanted to share those with you. So if you've been following on the community page on the website, you'll see I've put up a couple of polls in the last few days, just asking questions about what you guys would like to see and stuff like that. And I've got a lot of really, really good information from that. So thank you to everybody who's helped me out there. But I've also been spending a lot of time studying all of my YouTube analytics, studying my audiences, studying my Facebook interaction, all that kind of stuff. So I've really buried myself deep in all the data the last couple of days to really deeply understand, exactly how my audience works, what types of people are watching what videos and so forth. And I've reached a couple of conclusions from that, which I wanted to share with you, which will explain the direction I'm going to take with the channel moving forward. So the first and most important thing is that the subscribers are the most important thing to the channel, because the subscribers are the people that actually interact with the content. They leave comments, they like the videos, they share them with their friends, and that is extremely important because that interaction is what drives YouTube to then share those videos on the recommended videos page. So in my case, only about 3% of my video views are actually from subscribers, but that 3% is absolutely critical. The other 97% are just people that stumble across my videos randomly because they happen to be looking for a particular solution to a particular problem at any point in time. So say, for example, somebody wants to know how to modify their headlights on their car. They'll search in, how to open up headlights on YouTube, and they'll come across my video. So in the case where that happens, the people will watch the video, but they're not necessarily going to be interested in other videos I've done. So what we call that is just-in-time content viewing, or just-in-time training. So what it is providing a solution to a particular problem at a particular point in time when the person wants to know how to do it. So what that means is that they won't necessarily be interested in an engine build or something that I might be doing to the BMW. They're probably not going to subscribe to the channel, but they still watch the video and they're still a useful view for the channel and its growth. So what's important on YouTube is to have a good mix of both of those things. Obviously, the volume of views comes from suggested videos, but the interaction that actually drives videos to be shown on the recommended videos tab is the subscribers interacting. So you need to have both to have a successful channel. And what I've realized is that I made a couple of mistakes when I first started this channel 4 years ago now exactly, and also again a year ago when I rebranded the channel. So for those that have been around since the beginning, you'd know that I started out just doing videos on my BRZ build. I later on sold that car, and to be honest with you guys, I thought that when I sold the car, the channel would just die. I figured that all of my viewers were only interested in the BRZ and 86, and nobody would actually care about any other car that I worked on. So I kind of didn't put a whole lot of thought into it when I did it. I thought, well, we'll just rebrand it to Boosted Autos, and that at least lets me make videos about cars in general, and we'll see how it goes. So I kind of just assumed that everything would die, but I kept at it anyway. And what we actually found was the opposite. The channel really started to grow as I diversified it further. And over the last couple of months, I've been focusing a little bit more heavily on sort of technology-based videos, because that's really where my skill set lies, in its core. So I worked for Sony for 6 or 7 years as a product specialist, and I've always done stuff with technology my whole life. Used to do stuff in the military with technology, and all those kinds of things. So technology is really where my strengths are, and I've been learning all of this other stuff about mechanical stuff as I go along. So what I decided is I'd really love to start making videos about some more technology-based stuff as well that isn't necessarily to do with cars even. So I want to do things like I want to cover the building of my new PC, which I'm going to be working on soon, which is going to be a water-cooled rig and stuff like that. I want to be able to show you guys how to, do things like 3D print parts for something, and all those kinds of things that I get up to in my everyday life that aren't necessarily relevant to a automotive channel, but are still interesting for people that like to follow. So what I've found is that there's two different types of people that subscribe to my channel. So there's people that are interested in the actual projects that I'm working on and don't really care about me as a person or what I'm doing. They just want to see the content about the car. Then there's the people that are actually interested in my life and what I'm up to. And that's always been a little bit awkward for me, and it's something that I've been a little bit reluctant to sort of share. But in saying that, when I put the question out on YouTube and Facebook and said, hey, you know, what would you guys like to see? A 67% of the people that voted, so, you know, sort of probably 80 or 90 people all said that, you know, they just enjoy the style of content that I put on YouTube. They like my approach to content, they like the way I explain things, and they're interested in what I'm doing in general. So I thought, well, why not then diversify the channel, make it a channel that I can post content pretty much about anything, as long as it's still following that same basic structure of instructional type videos. And, you know, the people that find those videos through searches will still find them because they'll be relevant to them. And the people that are interested in just what I'm up to in general will still get content as well. So it's a way for me to post a lot more content more regularly and not be pigeonholed into just doing automotive videos. So what that means is the channel should hopefully continue to grow, and I won't be limited to just doing car videos, which are obviously really, really expensive to make. So, you know, whenever I'm making car videos, I'm having to purchase parts for those cars, whereas a lot of the things that I do day to day are still really interesting, but they don't cost me money to have to do them. So I think that's going to be a really good balance for the channel. So the way the structure is going to work with this is pretty straightforward. And if you've been on the channel in the last couple of days, you would have seen that I've changed the name from Boosted Autos to Boosted Media. And the reason for that is Boosted Media is going to be the name of the channel as a whole. And I'm going to set up separate playlists underneath that for the separate brands within that. So there'll be Boosted Autos, of course, which will contain all the automotive videos that I've done up to this point. Then there'll be Boosted Tech as well, which is going to be all the videos that I've done about technology to this date, which are, you know, mostly car relevant for now, but we're going to be branching out and starting to do some videos about tech in general. So I might do, you know, phone reviews, I might do the PC build, I might do some electronic stuff, you know, Arduino stuff, things like that. So basically anything that I'm doing to do with technology as well can fit under that. And then as we go on through time, we can also expand that as well. So Boosted Media can encompass pretty much anything we want moving forward. You know, I might do some videos about mental health and stuff like that. That's something that I've talked about in the past as well, my journey with that. So really, it's taking the shackles off and it's allowing the channel to be, you know, to grow and evolve organically and become basically whatever we want it to be ultimately. And I can kind of steer it in whatever direction people are interested in seeing. But the important thing here is that there's not going to be less automotive content. I'm going to be doing the same amount of automotive content, if not more, but we're just also going to be adding a bunch of extra stuff in as well. So I'm really excited to finally have those shackles off and be able to make videos about the stuff that I want to make videos about and make that interesting for you guys. So I really hope that you do stick around. I hope that this is something that you're as excited about as I am. So lastly, I just want to again say thank you to everybody who subscribes to this channel and has supported the channel since the beginning, or more recently as well. You know, it's been life-changing for me. It's made me a more confident person. It's led to amazing opportunities, you know, for my career as well, which has been amazing. So, look, I just really want to thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart. I hope you do stick around. Obviously, I'm probably going to lose a few subscribers out of the whole transition, but I'm not too worried about that because I know that the channel will ultimately grow overall, and I know that the people that are interested in what I'm doing will stick around. So if that's you, thumbs up. Thank you very much for all the support. Thank you very much for watching the video, and yeah, in the next couple of days I'm hoping to start getting those wrapping videos of the MX-5 pumping out as well. I'm just about done editing them all too, so that's exciting. And obviously I'm going to have this new PC that I'm building as well coming up soon. And that's going to be a pretty epic build as well. So a lot of cool content coming up. So stick around. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.